It's Wednesday, December 15th, and you're tuned in to the TNIAB podcast. I'm Vince.
I'm Anthony.
And this is the Geek Chic Culture Show, where we talk about all the cool things in the whole wide world. We were off for a week thanks to my scheduling issues.
It's all your fault.
But we're back. We're going to do the winners for the Game Awards. And we will crown a video game expert this year.
Did we decide what happens if it's a tie?
No, should we?
I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Why, did you already go through your things?
No, I was wondering, because I was thinking about my picks from before, and I'm like, I was pretty off.
Okay.
I was pretty off.
Okay. If it's a tie, it goes to me.
What?
Now,
what?
now, with that out of the way, we've settled that issue. We also got, there's a lot of announcements that happened at the Game Awards, and we were off for 2 weeks, so there's a lot of things that we're going to talk about.
Yeah, it's a bunch of stuff.
But first I gotta say, Lewis Hamilton was robbed of the championship this year. Absolutely robbed.
What? What's your excuse for why he was robbed? Give me the excuse.
Do I need to bring out the other sports category comparison?
Yes.
What would you prefer, hockey or...
Give me the hockey.
Hockey? Okay, we got the Leafs and we got the Habs.
Listen,
okay?
Leafs are dog shit, but continue.
Okay, who do you want to be Mercedes and who do you want to be Red Bull?
I want Montreal. Well, who won?
Red Bull.
Okay, I want Montreal to be Red Bull.
Okay, so there's the Habs and there's the Leafs, okay? There's a whole match. Leafs are up 4-0.
Yeah.
Okay? All right? And then the ref says, next goal wins.
Seems fair.
Okay? And then for no reason, they just give Habs the penalty point. And the Habs score the penalty point. And the Habs win.
Seems fair.
So, there you go.
That seems fair.
That's essentially what happened.
That seems good.
I mean, the one outline thing I'll say is throughout the year, which, by the way, this year for F1 has been amazing, but the one thing that I'll criticize is the consistency of the rule makers. They've been constantly inconsistent.
Are you judging the FIA right now?
I am.
They're gonna come down on us.
I
right?
am, and I think Max Verstappen deserved to win it. He was the better driver all year. He was the best driver all year.
Okay.
Absolutely, won the most races, made the least amount of mistakes.
So you agree with the FIA then?
No, I agree that probably the right person won. I just don't agree with how it happened.
All right.
I don't think it's good for the sport, you know.
The integrity. But now you're about the integrity of the sport.
I've always been about the integrity.
It's about the spirit of the law, not the. Now you're me. You're me. Now.
Wait, no. This is not about the spirit. This is literally they broke the rule. Like that's how they did it. Like it's not about.
Oh yeah, but you're saying that listen, they made up the rules. They make up the rules. So whatever
as they went. Well, here's the thing. You almost feel like they did it specifically so that there would be this controversy, right?
They heard me. And now next season, I'm watching Formula One.
And no, it's not for next season. It's for that Netflix series.
What's the Netflix series?
Drive to Survive.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't know if you know this, but once America bought Formula One, they put this reality show in, and that reality show probably saved the sport because it's gotten a lot of
drama.
Yeah, drama.
Yeah.
And you know who loves drama?
Americans.
America loves drama.
True.
Especially middle-aged women.
True.
The amount of middle-aged women at work who talk to me about Formula One.
Actual facts, though.
Yeah, it is unreal. And I have a feeling, or I don't have a feeling, but it is one of those things where it's not hard to make the connection that if we make this extra dramatic, ratings will boom.
Come on, Vince. Come on.
I don't want to say. I don't want to.
Come on.
I don't want to be the guy to say that.
I've been on the other end of this discussion before.
Yeah.
And you too have been like, come on.
I know. There's no way I would. Except. There are moments throughout the race where the teams are talking to the ref, being like, "Hey, buddy, we just need one lap. Just give us the one lap, and we'll do it." And then the ref says, "Give me a second.
Let me call
everybody. There's one extra lap of racing, and go." So it was really kind of fucked up, but whatever.
So it's been the most interesting part of F1?
Yeah, the politics. And I say this because Mercedes is suing the FIA.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
And I will say, I don't want to see Mercedes win this.
All right.
Because the last thing I want to see is Lewis Hamilton win the championship after the fact through a legal lawsuit. That's what I don't want to see.
The ultimate win.
Because then that sets a precedent. I don't want to be I don't want to watch a race and then a month later.
What court are they taking the FIA to?
Supreme Court of Sporting Council or
Sport,
something.
is that a thing?
I think so. Yeah,
Damn.
like they're going above. So
Alright.
yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, listen, whatever your opinion, Max won and he deserved it.
But the lawyers will win it for Hamilton.
Well, they brought in a lawyer that like reversed like a very famous like Man United or Man whatever.
What, the footy?
Yeah,
All right.
where they like got them out of some sort of, I don't know. Anyways, that was Formula One.
All right.
It's good. Let's talk about the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Okay, so
let's do it.
they happened.
They definitely did.
I saw one thing from the Game Awards, and that was Game of the Year.
I saw a handful, and my reaction to that Game of the Year is probably my same reaction to everything else. I'm just like, why?
Okay, well, so the winners are here. You and I have
The winners.
You and I have our nominees. I've pulled them up, and I think it's best if we just go through them one at a time.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll tally up the results, and we'll crown ourselves Video Game Expert 2022. Or whatever. 2021? 2022?
20, I guess, is it for 2022?
It's 2021, but I guess you're the reigning one for the...
Yeah, throughout 2022.
Yes,
All
okay.
right.
So, first category is Esports Game. Esports Game.
This one, I remember, what did I go? I went...
You went CSGO. Yes, you did.
I was like, you know what? Old school, coming back. I think CSGO was pretty hot this year.
Yeah,
Valorant just had skins.
Yeah, I picked Valorant.
You did pick Valorant.
The winner was... League of Legends.
That game's dog shit. Why the... Oh my god. This year for League has been dog shit. Oh my god.
Now you know.
Like, the whole World Finals was a fucking joke.
Side note, that was the best esports event. The League
Was
of
it also?
Yeah.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
So just in case you needed that in your life.
Dude, they got that 10-cent money. Well, I guess Valorant also had that 10-cent money, but...
All right, so we didn't win on that.
Jesus Christ, that's 0-0.
Anthony, next category is most anticipated game.
Okay.
You went with Elden Ring.
I went with Elden Ring.
I picked God of War. I think you won this one.
Did I?
It was Elden Ring. It was Elden Ring.
I'm up one, baby.
You are.
I'm up one.
Absolutely up uno mas.
Let's go.
Yes, you've done it.
It's gonna be zeros from here on out. It's just gonna... I went off the one, and that's it.
All right. Content creator of the year.
Oh, yeah. Who's your favorite streamer?
Well, we picked the same one.
We picked Foozly.
Yeah, and it was Dream.
Yo, Dream is a cheater.
Wow.
Dude, with the whole donkey video where he cheats at speed running.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Dude.
All right, next
wasn't
category.
really
Next
invested in that
category
one.
is the best multiplayer. You know what you picked?
What'd I pick?
New World.
Did I pick New World?
You picked New World. Are you still happy with that
Was I on
choice?
drugs?
Oh, really?
No, I stick with past Anthony.
I was on Valheim.
You were on Valheim. You were on Punching Rocks.
I was. The winner was
It
Takes Two.
Boo! What the fuck?
All right.
Oh, who are these judges? Who's voting on this shit?
Best sports / racing. We both went the Forza Horizon 5.
That's a good video game.
Something tells me we lost this category.
No, because everything else. Oh god.
Forza Horizon
Forza.
5.
If
Oh,
it
okay.
wasn't like Jesus
Yeah, I would
Christ.
have lost my shit. Okay, best sim strategy. You went with Inscription.
You went with Microsoft Flight Simulator.
I did. I went with the only sim in the category.
All right. What is it?
Age of
Age of Empires. Bro, you killing me here.
Okay, best fighting game.
I can't tell if we're out of touch or if they're wrong.
Best fighting game. We both went with Guilty
Metal Gear
Gear.
Strive.
Yeah.
Is it not?
It's
Okay,
Guilty
it's Guilty
Gear.
Gear Strive.
All
Fucking
right.
better be. Like,
All
holy
right.
moly.
All right, so we got that one. Best role-playing game. We both picked Tales of Arise.
We did. This is true.
Tales of Arise.
All right,
okay.
they're not all 100% off.
Okay, so
Okay,
it's just
all right.
it's just some of them.
Some of them is.
Action adventure. You went with Ratchet and Clank.
I went with Ratchet and Clank.
And I went with Psychonauts.
I thought that this was like a shoe-in for like a Critics' Darling type thing. But Psychonauts is also a very good answer. I just heard more about Ratchet and Clank.
Okay. Metroid Dread.
Everyone shit on Metroid Dread. Why? I like that game a lot. I think Metroid Dread is very good.
I don't think you read the room, man.
Dude, The room was, everyone was saying Metroid Dread is like, it's only like 5 hours and it's terrible. And
Reviews for that game are awesome.
All right.
Action game of the year.
No, as opposed to action adventure.
Yeah, we both picked Deathloop.
We did both pick Deathloop. Returnal.
What?
Damn, what a surprise.
Wow.
What? Oh, I that's the one I wanted to pick, but I didn't pick it because I thought they wouldn't pick it. Damn. I got bamboozled.
That's
shit.
Wow.
All right.
Best ongoing game.
These are the ones that like just continued support, right?
Yeah. So you had Apex and I had Fortnite.
This was a coin flip.
Final Fantasy.
You know what? In retrospect,
but how? Nothing launched this year for that game.
That's also true. That should be disqualified.
Like, I know the thing, like, literally just launched last week.
But it wasn't during the awards.
Yeah.
And, like, everything else had already come out. Unless they count, like, the patch quests. But those are just in-between storyline shit.
I don't know.
Like, that's nothing new.
Unless it was, like, the growth of this game was unreal during this year.
Because streamers played it. Like,
yeah, but, like, okay, whatever.
Is it the best ongoing because WoW was bad?
Yes, probably.
That's stupid.
All right. Next category is games for impact.
Oh, this is the...
You picked Chicory.
I did pick Chicory.
And I picked Life is Strange.
You did pick Life is Strange.
Life is Strange,
no, baby.
Life is Strange.
We're tied up.
We're tied again.
4-4.
Best performance. You picked the girl from Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Tall lady.
The tall booby lady.
And I picked Giancarlo Esposito.
He just plays...
You got it!
Booby lady, let's go! Titties always win, all right? And this is why boobs are better than ass.
Maggie
all right?
Robertson. Wow. Okay.
Seal the deal. Let's go!
All right, audio design. You have Returnal, and I have Ratchet and Clank.
Returnal was a lot of beeps and boops and stuff.
Forza. Oh my god, why didn't I go with Forza?
Oh, you should have stuck with cars, kid.
Oh god.
You should have stuck with cars.
Score and music, we both picked Guardians
of the Galaxy.
It was Near Replicant.
What?
Yeah.
Guys, get over yourself. It's the same soundtrack from 10 years ago. Get over yourself. It's not even a new game.
All right. Art direction. You pick Psychonauts.
It's a pretty cool game. It's a pretty cool looking game.
I have Ratchet and Clank.
We flipped on that one from.
Yeah, we did. It was Deathloop.
What?
So.
What? It's just BioShock.
So the next category kind of decides it for us.
Oh my god.
Okay, because Game of the Year and Game Direction, we actually both picked Deathloop for all of them.
Oh.
So the other category left is narrative. And this is the last time we deviate. You picked It Takes Two.
Yeah.
I picked Psychonauts 2. I have a feeling you're going to take this. This is narrative, right?
Yeah, narrative.
Here we go. Guardians of the Galaxy!
Guardians of the Galaxy is best narrative.
Guys, it's a pretty good game. Let me tell you, the story is the best part of that game. I've been playing it. It's actually really good.
I'm in pain. I'm in physical pain.
All right, game direction, Anthony. We both got it.
We both picked Deathloop.
We both picked Deathloop. But what do you think is game of the year?
Deathloop.
It's not. It's not because we both picked Deathloop, so it can't be Deathloop.
Oh,
I know it's not. It's not. It's not.
I don't want to guess.
It Takes Two.
No. Bro.
By 1 point, Anthony Faluco, you are 2021's video game expert. How do you feel?
I feel bad that I won this.
Why?
This was such what a dog shit event. Like,
but you, sir, are the winner.
Listen, I would like to thank Big Ass Titties for my victory. That was the whole reason for the performance category, and it won. So, just listen. Don't go on X videos and don't type in Lady Demitru Resident Evil 6.
Okay.
All right, just don't do that. I wouldn't recommend it.
You can bet I won't.
Just don't do that.
I really won't. But there you go. There you have it.
It Takes Two. Like, that game is cool. It's a cool concept.
Did you play it?
No.
You can't say shit.
No, I was in school most of the year. I didn't play anything.
Whatever. We all have lives.
Yeah, but I had more of a life. It was so
exactly.
busy.
So you should have played it.
No, I had more of a busy life.
What are you talking about? We're all busy.
I was in school.
Whatever. I work
25/8.
Oh,
all right.
Wow.
You know how many papers I read instead of
Whatever.
playing video games?
I know that's a lie.
It's not a lie.
I know how much
It's the truth. It's
between
the truth.
Path and Tarkov, you might as well have just been inside your computer.
No, not true. Fake news.
Oh God.
Fake news.
Well, there you have it. Congratulations.
Thanks, I guess.
What? You don't seem very enthused.
Dude, what are these picks? What are the majority of these picks?
They are.
How did Nier Replicant win that category? It's the same soundtrack. And the new shit wasn't good.
Okay, but
Continue.
But good music is good music.
It's supposed to be about new stuff. 2021, like if they re-release Ocarina of Time on the Switch,
Yeah.
in 2022,
Yeah.
is that eligible for best soundtrack?
Did they give me rearranged orchestras?
It's the same music.
Yeah. It's part of the 2022 edition of Ocarina of Time.
I don't agree with that. I don't know if that, even if it is arranged, I don't agree with that.
And by that account, we should probably discount Guardians of the Galaxy.
Has anyone used that style of soundtrack within that type of medium before?
I don't know.
Right? Like, because it was sound design, wasn't it?
No, soundtrack.
Soundtrack. Ooh, that is... Because movie soundtracks are, like, just amalgamations. I think I would let Guardians...
Then
pass.
you'll let Nier win.
No, I wouldn't. So I would let Guardians pass because Guardians is a new IP. It's a new game. And they used that stuff. It's curated for that experience. For that new experience.
I see.
But Nier is the same game with the same soundtrack. And this new soundtrack that's in the back 30 minutes of that game is not great.
Okay.
That's my
All right.
That's my final.
Well, if that's how you feel,
It is how I feel.
good.
I feel bad.
Well, congratulations.
Feels
Video game expert of the year, Anthony.
bad.
I look forward to
Whatever bullshit I say using this title.
Yeah.
The year going forward.
Yes. I look forward to whatever that turns out to be.
All right. Okay.
Cool. Well, the Game Awards are more than just the awards.
They were.
There were a ton of things that were announced at the awards.
Reveals.
And arguably, that's probably the more important part of the show.
Yeah, I would say so.
So guide us through it. What did they show?
I didn't pick everything. I just picked certain things that were interesting to me and maybe be interesting to you.
Okay.
So we'll go down the list. You love Star Wars.
Sure.
You love the movies. You love toys.
Yeah.
Part of the whole line. You love Yaddle.
No.
Yoda's girlfriend.
Not canon.
Listen, they'll bring it back.
That's EU.
It's too popular to not bring back.
That's EU.
But there's a new Star Wars game.
There apparently is.
Star Wars Eclipse.
Yeah.
They showed a lot of nice looking visuals, looking pretty cool.
I don't think any of it is in game.
I highly doubt it. It'd set everyone's computer ablaze.
Because it looks like the actual movie.
But this game is made by none other than Quantic Dream.
Oh, God.
The people behind Detroit.
Oh, no.
Behind Heavy Rain.
Oh, no.
How many QTEs can you handle in one Star Wars game, Vince?
Oh, no. This is not what I wanted. No.
This David Cage's Star Wars : racism.
I don't want this.
Listen.
Why?
Beggars can't be choosers.
Why?
You know? Yeah, you asked and you shall receive.
Why, though? I didn't want it.
So what is it about, like, Quantic Dream games that you're just like, nah, son?
Because they're not...
They're usually, at bare minimum, Quantic Dream games are interesting to talk about.
Yeah, but they're not fun to play.
Oh, most def. 100%. I agree.
Like, it's almost... it's like the sacrifice you make in life just so you can have maybe an interesting conversation with somebody.
Yeah.
But I'm all for Quantic Dream and their vision of what they want their experience to be.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just so far away from their ultimate goal.
Well, you know, at least the gameplay can't be any worse than Fallen Order. So
Shut up. Shut up.
Like that game.
You were like, I don't know why. What is it with you and licensed video games that you hate?
I don't. It's just that game didn't feel good.
Because Fallen Order is fantastic.
I didn't like it.
So is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. I need to give that game a chance. That's on me. That's me being a hater. I'll give you that. But I tried my best to get through Fallen Order.
That game's great.
I couldn't do it.
That game's great. It's Uncharted with a better combat system.
Oh, it's not. It's definitely not, because the combat's not good.
What are you talking about? Like, is it not good in that, it's not like Devil May Cry? Because it's not.
No, and we went over this last week. I'm not expecting it to be Devil May Cry. But it's just like, it was so one note. Like,
so it's God of War?
Even God of War has more variety than this game.
I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Maybe if he had like a multitude of lightsabers.
But that game also had platforming and puzzles. Like, it was a full package.
It was fine.
Like, it was about as good as Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, and I didn't play Ratchet and Clank, so.
And yet, you think that shit's good.
Listen, I only voted for it because we're doing the meta vote, all right? I didn't vote for it because I played it.
David Cage's Star Wars. You know what? I'll give it a shot.
All right.
I'll do that at least. Okay. I won't dismiss it completely. But I will go out and say now that I'm not
happy.
I'm not happy that this is happening. I'm not happy that he was given the keys to the Star Wars universe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm upset.
All right.
But he has all the time in the world to prove me wrong. And I hope he doesn't.
And I hope my feelings are correct.
Yeah.
All right. After that, we'll just go through some more licensed stuff. The Suicide Squad gameplay was revealed.
Sure was.
It seems like you control every member of the Suicide Squad.
Yep.
And I'm unsure if it's kind of like a situation where you can hot swap between playable characters, or if it's like this level is Deadshot, this level is Harley Quinn type of thing. But it looks open world.
Does it?
Kind of like from the way people were doing the gameplay and stuff, like running up buildings and doing all
I
that
guess
stuff.
So. Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
It kind of did, but and has Rocksteady made anything that's not open world recently?
Oh. No.
So
I don't know. I was going to say Arkham Asylum wasn't open world.
It was open-ish.
No, it was Metroid.
Yeah, true. But yeah, I don't know. That game looks cool. There's a ton of movement in that game.
There is. I don't know why. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but part of me was a little like, oh, it's just a shooting game.
Oh, why? Now you're what? Because it's not Call of Duty? Come on.
No, I was surprised that like
there are like when you play as Deadshot, it is third person shooter the game.
Yeah, but when you play as Boomerang, it's the gun. When you play as Harley, it's the gun. When you play as
I thought there was some bat gameplay in there with Harley, and then King Shark was all Hulk.
Was a minigun.
Yeah, he had a minigun. That was pretty sick.
Like it's like I get it. They all have like a signature like melee move.
Yeah,
but at its core, you're shooting people.
It seems like it. I wonder how much is like you'll switch between type of deal, because they did show off melee and shooting, like except for Deadshot. Like Deadshot was pure shooting.
Even Harley on the, which was swinging.
Yeah, on the rope.
Yeah, it was just shooting.
Yeah, she was shooting and then she'd jump down and do like a melee attack and do stuff like that.
I don't know. I just thought it'd be a bit more. I don't know. Just a little bit. Maybe obviously it's just the first trailer.
Yeah,
but yeah, I was surprised to see as much bullets as I did.
Okay.
I only say this because when you read comic books, you don't see that many guns.
You're right. It's like when I was doing Guardians of the Galaxy, I was like, oh man, look at all this shooting. Huh.
But the thing is, I've played Guardians, and I've told you it's good. Like, this is literally one trailer.
All right. Okay. Yeah. After that, there was a teaser for there's going to be a Wonder Woman game. It just showed off some armor.
Okay.
And that was about it. But it's made by Monolith, who made Shadow of Mordor.
Okay.
So those games are very good.
Yeah.
And I really wish the second one got another sequel, because...
You wish there was a third one?
I wish there was a third game. Like, the way that game ends, so sick.
I really wish the second one got a sequel.
I really wish the second one got a sequel. Hell yeah. I really wish the second one got a sequel. You heard me. All right.
I did.
Did you understand what I was meant?
Ladies and gentlemen,
that's what I thought.
Our video game expert 2021.
Yeah. Did you understand me? That's what I thought. All right. But yeah, the way that second game ends, like, ooh, baby, some cool shit.
All right.
But yeah, Wonder Woman. We'll see how that goes. It's gonna be. Did you ever want to become Among Us?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
You never like stayed up till 3 a.m. and then took an Among Us potion and turned into Among Us?
Nope.
Well, now you can.
Oh god.
Because there's VR Among Us. You could play Among Us in VR.
So how does that work? Are you first person?
I have no fucking idea. They just showed the Among Us dude and said it's in VR now, and I'm like, what does that mean?
Okay. All right.
Telltale's back.
Where have they been?
And by Telltale, I mean a new studio from ex-Telltale people. And they're making a Star Trek game.
All right.
Star Trek Resurgence. Seems to follow a young lady who hopes to be a captain of a Starfleet one day.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all I know.
Okay.
Tunic got a release date, finally. March 16, 2022. This is Zelda with the Fox.
Yes.
This game looks cool.
Absolutely.
It's giving me a lot of Fez vibes for some reason.
Really? Fez?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see it. But
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know why. I think it's just like stylistically or like the way, like they're not even similar.
I was gonna say Fez does not look
it's
like
not
this
even
game.
close.
No.
But I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. Like maybe the language shit. No, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong game.
I think you are.
Maybe I am. Fez-esque.
Was
game.
Fez the game?
I think Fez was the one that's the 3D space, where it's like you're 2D, but then you can turn the corner into 3D, and you're the only person in the universe that can see in 3D or travel in 3D.
Yes, that's it. What was the game that Soldier Boy loved playing? Where the one you go backwards?
Braid.
Braid.
Hey, yo, Braid! Look at this guy goes back in time.
All right,
Braid was cool. I like Braid.
Yeah, you braid shit.
Didn't that guy's creator turn out to be like a nut job?
Probably. They all do.
I wouldn't doubt it. But yeah, Tunic looks cool. Cuphead DLC also looks cool. Had a really awesome trailer.
It did.
With all like the puppetry and stuff. It looked like
what a bait and switch.
The Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movie.
Yeah, it looked like claymation.
But June 30th, 2022, so it's still like 6 months away. But at least it has a release date now. It's kind of just been in the dark since they mentioned it. But that game looks cool. Cuphead always looks nice.
Yeah.
I don't really know what else to say about that. And then probably my favorite reveal of the Game Awards was Persona 4 Arena Ultimax is getting a re-release on PS4, Switch, and PC.
It is.
Big thing here. The big thing here is that this is the version. So we got Ultimax in North America, but we only got Ultimax up to a certain point. And in Japan, they kept updating the arcade version of Ultimax. And they made shadow versions of all those characters absolutely insane. So they have like a shadow mode where when you pop off, you get like, I think it's like supers at like either half or like a fourth of their cost as normal. So you can like chain supers together and do a bunch of dumb stuff like that. Your opponent can't burst while you're in shadow mode. So if you hit them with an attack and then you go into shadow mode, they just have to take the damage and hope it doesn't kill them.
They can't escape.
And that is probably the most broken version of that game. And I'm so hyped.
But what makes you think that they won't update it to...
Again?
Yeah.
Maybe. They might.
Because, I mean, if they're putting the effort to put it back here with netcode... I refuse to believe that the original team isn't like, okay, let's take a look at this.
Yeah, let's figure out what we did with Shadow Chie. Like, I guess that would be a welcome addition. But if you guys look up the YouTuber Moopoke, he has a series that's like Shadow Chie is a fair and balanced character, or Shadow Naoto is a fair and balanced character.
Yeah.
And it's just highlights of how they are not fair and balanced characters.
Yes.
And it's fantastic. They're so good. You can see all kinds of broken shit that happens in that game.
Okay.
And I'm pretty pumped. But other than that,
pump.
Those are really my Game Award picks. There were some more picks that I had just throughout the weeks. CEO happened, the fighting game major. And they had two major announcements there, or at least two that I care about. One is that Blaze Boost Central Fiction and Cross Tag Battle are getting rollback netcode. So you can go back and play BlazBlue with good internet connection, and it's seen a spike in Resurgence. There's a lot of people playing BlazBlue right now. That looks sick.
Sorry, the update's out that includes this?
Yes, it's out already. I think when they mentioned it, it was like it's out either today or tomorrow. Like they just did that kind of announcement.
Okay.
But the biggest announcement, they added a new character to Guilty Gear, or they're going to add a new character in 2022. They revealed who it is. And this character is described as the favorite character of everyone who doesn't play Guilty Gear.
I can see why.
And that is Baiken.
Yep.
They have added Baiken to the roster. She is coming next year as the next DLC character, and the community is so divided.
Why?
So the thing with Baiken is that she doesn't play like any other Guilty Gear character.
She's missing an arm.
What type of, when you think of Guilty Gear, what type of gameplay do you think?
Like super fast,
highly offensive.
Yeah.
Right. Big damage. It's not Baiken. Baiken is strictly defense.
Yeah, she's turtle killer.
Yeah. In plus R, she has a counter, and she has a counter you can do in block stun. So if you're recovering from a block, you can just pull out this counter if they're continuing their string and then get your opponent off you. And she is a character where you can't play Guilty Gear like you normally would against any other character.
That's cool.
You have to play Guilty Gear as if you were playing against Baiken.
Cool.
So that's why everyone who loves her either doesn't play the game or mains Baiken. And those are the two camps.
I'm absolutely on the doesn't play the game like Baiken.
Dude, do you see that walk when she was coming in? Just titties out there, like I didn't realize she had a little mouth guard on her sword sheath, so she could like unsheath her sword.
I'm sure that's part of this iteration's character design.
Sick.
Because this one also gave her an eye patch, but it's got a window.
Yeah.
So what's the point of the eye patch?
There's probably gonna be some anime bullshit coming in there.
Because I saw that, I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I thought about it and thought, wait, what?
It could be the window, right? Eye of the beholder, see through the window, everybody's vision.
And like her eyes closed behind it, so it's just like, what?
What?
Yeah.
We gotta find out. We gotta watch this anime to find out. All right. But everyone loves Baiken. And then I guess my last pick kind of ends on a sour note.
Oh, no.
Is that Masayuki Uemura, the lead architect for the NES and SNES, the Super Nintendo and Famicom and all that, dies at 78.
Wow, damn.
Yeah. Sorry to hand this off on a bummer. But yeah, his death was announced on Thursday of last week, if I remember correctly. And yeah, he was the lead system architect for the NES, the Famicom, Super Famicom, and the Super Nintendo. And I think he held a permanent position at some like highly prestigious university. Ritsumeiken Center for Game Studies. So he was a teacher. But yeah, it's I don't know, kind of a bummer. You realize when video games are now getting old when you hear stories like that, where it's like, hey, you remember the NES, the thing that came out before, like just as you were a child, or like just after or before you were born? Like people who made that are dying now. It's like Jesus Christ. So yeah, those are my picks.
Cool. Yeah. There's some other stuff at the Game Awards.
Like what? Prove it.
The biggest one that I thought was interesting was the trailer for the Halo TV series.
All right.
This is streaming on Paramount Plus. No story details have leaked or been presented. It is literally just a montage of sequences with a lady narrating, and you don't know who she's talking to. I don't think she's talking to the chief, although you do see the chief in this. Man, he's never looked so good.
It's a good costume.
Like,
it's a good costume. Like they must have hired some tokusatsu people or something.
The dude looks unreal. But you definitely get it. It's definitely more from the UNSC side. So I have a feeling that the narrator you're hearing is just the girl talking about. It's probably like your inauguration speech when you become like a soldier.
Yeah, probably.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you're special. Like people look up to you, and you see a lot of original Halo armors. So specifically from like the Reach era, and show looks like it's got money. So
I would hope so. It's on Paramount Plus.
yeah, it looks cool. I can't wait to watch it. I don't know when it starts in 2022, but
I don't even know if they put a date. I think they just said
2022,
2022.
yeah. So, but no, it looks cool. I'm hyped. I like Halo, and I'm still hooked on that multiplayer of Infinite. So definitely digging that. But the trailer that I think caught my attention even more was the sequel to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1.
Part 1.
Part 1.
Part 1 of?
No,
No,
nothing.
okay.
Nothing.
All right.
I'm assuming 2 parts. It's a very, very simple teaser trailer where Gwen somehow appears back in Miles' universe. Go for a little jaunt, and then it ends with Miles being whipped around the universe by Spider-Man 2099. I think his name is, what is it, Miguel? I can't remember. He's the Spanish dude.
So what is 2099's gimmick? Is it just that he's in the future and that's it?
Or he's in the future, but his suit has like different abilities.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, he has different abilities.
All right.
And then I think the current 2099 suit is white. So
Let's keep it clean.
it's not as cool as the original one that's blue, but yeah.
The blue and red, yeah.
Yeah, it's a wicked suit. It's a wicked suit.
Is there any more like hints on like what the story's going to be, or like what other Spider-Men are going to show up?
No,
or...
no,
okay.
nothing. But if I had to guess, I'm sure there'll be. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I can't. Yeah, I'm not too sure. And then last pick I saw was this trailer for this movie called Everything Everywhere All at Once.
This movie looks really cool.
Stars Michelle Yeoh, and it looks like, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like if you ever seen Jet Li's The One.
Yeah,
It's like that, where there's like multiple universes and every character of you has a different life.
Yeah.
But in this one, Michelle Yeoh can access every one of their skills and use them to her advantage and
within her current situation.
yeah, which is, but it doesn't come off as like this strict action movie. Like I don't even know how to describe it, because I don't know if it's like a family drama, a comedy.
It kind of seems like a dramedy, but then they have like I don't know. Maybe that's like part of it too, because the title is Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like,
yeah,
they're kind of doing everything everywhere
like every
all
genre,
at once.
yeah. So.
And like they put Michelle Yeoh, and like even just in this trailer, in like 50 different scenarios, right?
Yeah.
Like she's a homeless in one, she's a sign spinner in the other, she's a hibachi chef in one, she's a celebrity, she's a space princess. Like she's doing all kinds of shit.
Yeah. And then like I think the the trailer ends with like planets colliding, so it's just like, what is this about?
Hell yeah!
But it looks so cool.
I want to see this movie.
Like it was one of those movies where it's like, oh my, like it's cool because it's not a big superhero film. It is not a like summer blockbuster. It is not an obvious movie of the time.
Is it based on a book?
I have no idea.
Hold on.
Could be. Is it based on a book?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
I'm gonna go no.
You know what? This might be movie exclusive content.
Wow. Can you believe it?
That's amazing. It's not based on a book. It's not they made original content and it turned out to be interesting.
They did.
What?
They did.
No way.
Yeah, they did.
The movie poster's creepy though.
Is it?
Have you seen? It's just a bunch of googly eyes.
Oh yeah. That's right. You have no idea what that even means.
Yeah,
okay.
It's really weird.
Okay, well, yeah, that was cool.
James Wong's in this movie?
I think everybody's in this movie.
Jamie Lee Curtis is in this movie.
Yeah, wasn't that the old lady?
I guess so.
Yeah. All right. The last thing I want to say is, Anthony, did you get your pre-order in on the Analog Pocket?
Yes.
What quarter are you in? What batch shipment have you got?
I didn't get my batch shipment. It just says I got confirmed.
You did not get Q1 2022?
I hope I did. Where is it?
Because if you order now, you get Q whatever 2023.
Oh God, I ordered already, but I ordered like as soon as it opened. So it opened at 11 EST, and my order went through 11:16 EST.
Nice.
So I don't think it tells me the Q order right now, unless it's on my phone, unless it's on my Shopify app.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad. What did you get?
I got the black one.
Oh, what did you get with the black
I
one?
just got the black one.
What else did you get?
I got the dock.
The dock.
Yeah.
Is that it? Just the console and the dock?
I got the Game Gear adapter.
The Game Gear adapter. How many other adapters?
Only the Game Gear adapter was available.
Oh.
And then the other adapters, for some reason, are coming out 2022. So I gotta wait for that. You know,
What else you get?
I got stuff.
What else you get? Because I got a black and white one.
Did you get both? You ordered them?
Yeah.
What?
To sell them?
Oh my god.
That's a good idea.
You know that if I just hold on to it for a year or two,
You should play one.
I probably will.
Yeah, they're cool.
I'll probably buy whatever the latest emulation card is.
I don't have it doesn't show me what it is, but I was in there early, so I'm either Q1 or Q3 depending on how fast bots are.
Okay. Well, there you go. Cool.
But yeah, I ordered some stuff.
Nice. So you spent, how much was your invoice?
It's a lot of money.
How much is the invoice?
I'm not telling you.
How much is the invoice?
It's a lot of money.
Wow, you paid $1,200 for this shit?
I didn't. Not that much. Here, I'm gonna tell you.
$800.
Lower.
7.
Lower.
6?
Where are we in Canadian?
No, it's charged in American, isn't it?
Oh, then lower.
5.
It's kinda close.
Oh, so chump change. Cool.
It's
All right.
I may have got all the MIDI adapter cables so I could hook it up to a music device.
Oh, you bought that? That was the one thing I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna buy that.
So I think.
Wait, you bought all of them? Why? What's wrong with you? That's like the least important thing to get.
I think the only thing I didn't get.
Wait. Do you own a keyboard?
I might own one soon.
Oh my god, he doesn't even own a keyboard!
I'm future proofing.
Oh my god!
I'm future proofing the purchase. I don't know what to tell you. Listen, I didn't get the fast charger.
That's what you should have got.
No, it's already USB-C charged. How fast does it need to be? And I got fast chargers for my phone. It's fine. All right. And then I didn't get the USB-C cable. The USB-C to USB-C, because I got those already.
Okay,
It's
fine.
All right.
I'll give you that.
All right. But I got everything else.
Oh my god, you got all the MIDI
I
cables.
got all the.
And you don't even have a keyboard.
I even got the pocket-to-pocket link cable,
Why?
so I could play with other people.
You only bought one.
Yeah, but what if other people buy it, or if they have? Because it also hooks up to a Game Boy, so I could trade Pokemon with you guys when we start playing Pokemon again.
Who has a Game Boy?
You got 2 pockets.
Am I gonna open them?
Yes.
No.
I got one. You got 2.
MISB.
TJ's probably got a Game Boy still. We could all start playing Red and Blue
He
again.
does not. He gave them to you already.
I can let him borrow it.
No.
I got extras.
Why you bought a link cable?
Wait, this thing has link cable.
It has the port from the original Game Boy.
And you can
Wow,
do
really?
it, and you can link it to original Game Boys. Not original Game Boy, but Game Boy Colors and Game Boy
and
Advances.
Pocket.
This thing is wild.
Yeah, it's sick. It's so cool.
Yeah, it looks really cool. I'll admit, it's fucking cool.
They have a screen.
Nice.
They have a screen feature in the handheld version, or in the handheld mode, not on the dock.
Yeah.
Where if you're playing an original Game Boy game, you can change the filter on the screen to look like an original Game Boy screen, like the green.
Oh,
Yeah, but this time it's backlit.
Like it's a cool novelty feature.
So sick.
But no, I would never
The,
use it.
the way to play.
No.
How else are you gonna play Final Fantasy Legends?
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Just give me the black, the inky black from the Game Boy Pocket.
Ooh, that was a good one too. Yeah.
Link cable? Really? They can't just do everything wirelessly now?
I didn't. I guess. No. Wouldn't it be in the programming of the games? Like I don't know if the games would know how to.
Right, you need to use.
Yeah, that would be different because this is all hardware emulation.
Right.
Right.
I forgot.
So,
This is like. You need the physical copy.
but I saw a video the other day where some guy had the Game Boy Analog Pocket, and then he put the Game Gear adapter in, and then he put the it was the adapter that goes Game Gear to Genesis,
Okay.
and then he was playing Sonic 2 from the Genesis in his Game Boy Pocket, or in his Analog Pocket. Like he just had like 3 adapters stacked up,
I mean,
and it worked. It was pretty cool.
if you can do it, why not? I guess.
It's a pretty cool device.
Why though?
Huh? Why not? When have you ever questioned why we should do something?
All the
Never,
time.
Never.
All the
You're
time.
always about progress. This is progress.
That is not progress.
This is progress.
Taking the console experience and shoving it into a screen I can barely see, that is not progress.
Progress, baby.
No, that's not progress.
You may not like it, but this is what peak performance
That
looks
is
like.
regression. That is regression. Capital R.
Baby. Come on.
Gross. All right.
It's a cool thing. But it really, like Q3 2023 is where it's at now.
If that or Q1 2023.
That's
yeah,
insane.
I can't remember.
Damn.
Yeah. I think one of mine is on there.
Oh, really? It's like
Yeah.
way in the back?
Yeah, I think it's the white one.
Wait, why is it so far?
Oh, I didn't order them at the same time.
Oh, okay. Like you ordered one and you're like, I might as well.
Yeah, I was like, well, who cares?
All right.
Yeah. Why not?
All right.
Yeah. I think I'm Q3 2022.
Okay.
Which, at that point, I'll forget I even ordered it.
Okay.
Let's be
I'm probably
real.
Q1. I'm probably Q1.
Let's be real.
I hope I'm Q1. I want that.
Oh, yeah?
I want to start playing that shit.
Okay.
So I can start streaming Golden Sun.
It's a good game.
Wait, how you...
You get the dock. And then the dock has HDMI out to the
right,
capture card.
Right.
And then
I
I can
for-
play Golden Sun.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I
Hell
forgot.
yeah.
That's what you need the dock for.
Hell yeah.
I guess that's useful to have the
It's pretty
dock.
cool.
But then do you have to play on the...
No, you can use any
USB
like,
controller?
I think either Bluetooth or USB controller.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
So,
All right.
get like an 8-bit DO controller and then hook it up.
Neat. Ito Bandito.
Dude, I just want that Turbo Graphics adapter. That's what I'm waiting for, baby. Let's go. Play all my Hue cards. Not, I'm the only one. You guys don't want to play Turbo Graphics? You guys don't want to play Bonk? Or
I don't even know what that is.
you want to play Bonk's Adventure?
No one knows what you're talking about.
Dude, what?
No
Dude,
one knows.
what?
I don't think either of us.
I didn't realize I was hanging out with like such like uncultured swine. Like, oh my god.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Absolutely not.
Nope. All right. Well, cool.
It's a cool game. It's a cool system. Looks
Yeah,
awesome.
It's
All the reviews are like, this shit is the shit.
okay.
Looks really cool.
All right. Well then, that's that. That's do you have no? There's no more picks. There's nothing else to talk about in that realm.
No, I think we had a question from last week.
We did. Where?
We might have in the Facebook.
Where?
I think maybe I'm on drugs.
Are you sure?
I might have been on drugs. We'll see.
Can you go look for it?
I will.
Actually, no. You go look for it and you
Okay.
kill time.
You know what? You talk about. Wait, where?
You kill time.
What? Why am I killing time?
You
Where are you?
kill time.
Where are you going?
Tell them about the listener.
Where are you
awards.
go? Okay, so the listener awards are coincide with our regular awards, and I had a little bit of like a snippet topic there the other day, last week to make up for the other show. But if you send in your picks to tniab.letters@gmail.com, you can participate in our listener awards. You can find the categories on our Twitter page. I should actually pin that tweet. I'll pin that tweet later. And on our Facebook page. So they're already posted there. And you can submit stuff for all of them, some of them, a little bit of them. Just do whatever you want, whatever you feel like, man. And then we'll compile all your answers with other listeners of the show. And we'll put them head to head, see who has the best taste. See what the listeners like the most. And yeah, so I don't think we're doing that next week.
No, because next week is the Christmas weekend.
It's Christmas weekend, so we're doing that the week after.
Yep.
So get them in probably. I'll say before the 27th. Is that good?
The 27th.
The Monday is the Monday of that week.
Yeah.
Yeah, get them in before the 27th, and that'll be the deadline, and that'll be good. So yeah, you can send them into tniab.letters@gmail.com. You could also send them in through like Facebook messages, or if you really want to on Twitter, but that'll be a pain in the ass.
Slide into my DMs.
Slide into my DMs, baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go.
Wicked. Cool. And speaking of listeners, you were right. We did have a listener question.
Nice.
We had a question to chew on last week.
So
Paul Chu had written in saying, what is the best example you've seen of just because you can doesn't mean you should?
ooh, baby.
This can apply to anything nerdy or non-nerdy. So I want to, just before we say anything, what do you mean by best?
What?
When he says, what's the best example? Like the best of like, this really shouldn't have been done, or, oh my God, that's amazing. But like,
But why?
But like, why?
True.
Right? Because there's the positive and the negative, and I don't know which way you want me to lean on this, because your example of like Analog Pocket to Genesis Game Gear adapter to Genesis adapter just seems excessive.
Yeah. No, that's good.
But
That's progress.
I don't know if I would that's not part of this qualification, because
okay.
that's kind of tame.
All right. I don't know. All my examples of that go into like the political realm of like social media, and should we have this stuff that is so invasive in our lives?
Okay.
And like
Okay.
there's so many studies that prove that like young girl and teenage suicide has like increased tenfold just because these women look at Instagram.
So what's the specific case here you're gonna talk about?
Well, I'm just like, should we really be connected at all times forever? Every day, all the time. Like, should we? We can do it, but should we? Right?
I see what you're saying. I don't know if I don't know if, like, I understand where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's quite in the spirit of the question, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right. But I get your point. I don't know.
Those are the type of examples that come up immediately to me.
Yeah. No,
Like, there's a lot of like lesser stuff. Like, you could buy a whole racing rig with $1 billion monitor and a sick F1 wheel, but should you?
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. So that's actually a bad example.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah, should have bought two.
2 players.
His and hers.
Yeah. Actually, I saw someone do that.
Really? His and hers racing rigs?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I was like, wow, that's insane.
She's single?
No, she's married.
When has that ever stopped you?
Oh, wow.
All right.
Wait, me?
Yeah.
Don't you mean you?
Please. When has that ever stopped you?
Now here is an example. Just because you should doesn't mean can, doesn't mean you should. Anthony, when's the last time you found yourself a lady who was not, we'll say, available?
Who has been not available?
Yes.
You know, I don't know. Pandemic's been pretty dry period for me. I just haven't.
All right.
I make friends with people who sometimes have obligations.
Oh no!
All right, that doesn't mean I'm doing anything about those obligations.
All right.
I'm just we're hanging out.
Good for you.
What are you talking about?
Good for you. Good for you.
I don't know what you're trying to do. I don't know what you're trying to insinuate here.
I'm not insinuating anything. I'm just saying. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
All right. Okay. All right,
That's all I'm trying to say.
Let's keep that in mind. And we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that's all I'm trying to say.
I don't know if I shouldn't until I should. You know.
Wow. Well, I don't think I can top the question. I can't top that answer, so we're gonna leave it there. Thank you for writing in, Paul.
No. Come on.
I don't got anything.
You've never personally partaken in something where you're like, I did do this, but I probably shouldn't have.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what?
Like, I didn't need to buy as many toys as I've bought.
No, you did.
No, I didn't. Just because I could doesn't mean I should
Your
have.
whole lifestyle
Like,
hinged upon it.
do I need to be a completionist on a collection? No. Absolutely not.
Okay.
But did I do it? Absolutely. But I shouldn't have. I really shouldn't have.
All right. That's fair.
Right? So, yeah, that's where I am on that.
Yeah. Should I have bought that collector's edition?
No.
Probably not.
No, you shouldn't have.
But did I like the art book?
No.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool for $25 extra.
It's pretty sick. Not gonna lie. There's some good interviews in there.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think there's a lot of those examples. I don't know. To me personally, the more fun ones are just like the societal wide ones.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're just like, should we have bailed out the banks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or should we have let the world go into the second worldwide depression?
I mean,
Like,
if that's what you want, great.
I don't know.
Great.
So yeah, I don't know. I think personally, there's definitely a lot of them comes down to purchasing decisions. Unfortunately, like yeah, just because I could have bought something doesn't mean I should have bought something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But also like it's easy to I guess say that in like retrospect because like in the moment, it's usually never something that's devastating. It's not like I did something that like financially ruined me.
Yeah.
right? It's always like I took the precautions to make sure it was just something really extra that I enjoyed. And it's that whole thing of like deciding between, I guess, like, do you want to future proof your ego or not, right? And like, I guess I don't really care.
Okay.
If I look back on something and I was like, I shouldn't have done that, but I did it. But in the moment, I thought it was fine. Like, that's on me, and that's how you learn to do it again.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess, like, just for a more fun answer, my favorite ones are always car related.
Oh,
Right.
nice.
Like the other day I was driving and like it was a snowstorm and I saw in the carpool lane of all places a guy driving by himself in the carpool lane, Ferrari SF90 in a snowstorm,
in the snow. Why?
And at first I thought, oh, he's in the carpool lane because that car's technically a hybrid, so you're allowed to be there.
That's crazy. That's insane.
And then I was like, it's a snowstorm. And you're like,
you're in
know what?
a Ferrari.
If I had the means to drive a $1 million car in a snowstorm in Canada, fuck it, I would.
But would you have the wherewithal to realize that that's dumb?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. As long as you have that,
you know,
that's
the
fine.
The other thing I like is when I love seeing people, they buy Porsche, like 911s, like Porsche 911s, and they outfit it so that it's 100% off-road only.
Those do look kind of cool.
Like overlanding.
Yeah.
Like they put like a roof rack and they have like the big spotlights.
It's like raised, big tires.
Yeah, they got redone suspension.
It's
Yeah.
so cool.
Like, it's like, why would you do that? And yet, I get it.
Even keeping on car topics, fucking Itaishas.
Oh, for sure.
Paint cars.
Oh my god.
Should I put Hatsune Miku on my car? Absolutely not. But will I? Absolutely.
Have you seen them now though? They're all VTubers.
Yeah.
Like it's
VTubing is huge.
I've seen so many HoloLive cars. I'm just like,
dude, I need
whoa.
This is my new goal.
Wow.
I'm gonna get into HoloLive.
Dude.
I'm gonna be a HoloLive VTuber.
Listen, don't do it.
I think I'm not saying I'm gonna watch the streams. I'm going to become a VTuber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I'll be a male VTuber.
All right, good luck.
What kind? Do you think I should just go like full racist Italian, like chef's hat?
Who's gonna watch in for that?
Huh?
No one's gonna watch you.
Dude, everyone loves Italy.
No one wants to see a racist VTuber.
No, but like the caricature is. I'm not racist.
No one likes a racist caricature.
What are you talking about? Everyone loves racism.
No.
Everyone loves racism deep down.
No one's going to admit to liking it.
Exactly. True fact. That's why everyone's anonymous.
That's why no one's gonna watch.
That's why everyone's anonymous.
No, because
online.
if you support that person, then
how would they know?
IP address.
Ooh.
We're all connected, just like you
right,
said.
All right. Put in your social credit number.
Yeah, China, here I come.
Hell yeah, baby.
All right, cool.
Thanks for the question, Paul. Sorry
Thank you.
it took so long.
Yeah, but we answered it.
Yeah,
so
we
we
did.
got there.
We did.
All right, tell me about your week. It's been 2 weeks, right?
It's been 2 weeks. And honestly,
Nothing.
not too much new happening. I've been playing some games. And I've been playing games that I played before.
Yeah.
So I played Ghosts of Tsushima. Still.
I thought you'd have beaten this by now.
I'm doing a lot of side quests.
Wow.
Like, and by a
side quests in
lot,
that game are monotonous.
yeah, and by a lot, I mean all of them.
Tell me you're on the last island or the last area.
I'm in Act 2.
Oh my god. Oh no.
I am way overgeared for where I'm supposed to be.
No.
I got like every available legendary armor or whatever, the legendary quest, did it. You know the one where it's like you go fight all the duels? Did all that.
Yeah.
Every single character specific side quest, I think I did all of them except for one last monk quest. The warrior monk guy.
Oh, at the temple?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I haven't done the last one for that guy. And then I'm gonna go to the story missions, and then I'll go to the next island and then do it all over again.
Oh.
But I haven't been doing the collectibles. That's an insane person's task. So
You're not listening and following the birds?
No, I'm not. Sometimes if I stumble upon a hot spring, I'll go sit in it and reflect on my past. You know, sometimes I'll make a bad haiku, or I'll follow a fox to a den and do whatever.
Wow. Did you do the side quest where you gotta like go somewhere like to a graveyard on a mountain?
I think I just did those ones.
Oh, okay.
With
the old lady?
With the old lady and the mom. I
Yeah.
just finished those ones.
Okay.
Those suck.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to get more complaints about this game.
Okay.
The more and more I play it, I'm like, man, this combat system is real cool, but there is no reason to use a majority of the tools in this game.
And I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't.
I have not touched the ghost tree in terms of upgrades, and I do not need it.
No, you
like
don't.
just switching between stances is so good. I did get chain assassination just because
It's just useful.
it's so OP. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
The ones, yeah, because that means like when you see two guys, you don't have to worry about stealthing the second one.
Yeah.
You just connect it.
Oh no, trust me. If I'm in a group of 5 guys and
Yeah.
I'm in the grass, I
Yeah.
equip this charm that's you stay stealth when doing a stealth assassination in
Yeah.
grass,
Yeah.
and then I chain assassination all of them,
Yeah.
and they're like, "What happened? Oh my god!" So yeah, the ghost stuff is like so integral to the story, and like every time you come off of like a big battle, like, wow, I've never seen anyone fight like you. You have such new ways of fighting to the samurai code or whatever. And it's like, I didn't use any of the tools. I didn't throw any kunais. I didn't drop any bombs. I literally just used my sword.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I don't know. It's weird. And also the more I play the game, the more I'm like, this was definitely developed by a Western developer. Where all the I guess maybe like the frills and window dressing of the game is very like I said before, it is like a weeb's dream of what Japan is like, or like a Kurosawa movie, right? But the story is so Western that I'm starting to like get like disconnected from the people or the world I'm in. And what I mean by the story is very Western is that the story is all about throwing away tradition.
Yeah.
It is about embracing modernity and just like your code doesn't mean anything if it doesn't get results type of deal, which is like so different from when I play any Japanese game, or I could use Yakuza for an example.
Yeah.
Where Kiryu, he has his code, he sticks to his code, and he will solve any issue no matter how bad of a situation he is in without breaking his code. And this game, like Ghost of Tsushima, is the complete opposite of that. And it is definitely causing some weird juxtaposition between this is a Kurosawa film and this is like a Japanese game.
Yeah.
And what it's telling. And I don't know, it's kind of just like I hope that it kind of like I'm in the middle, I would assume. It seems like there's 3 islands or 3 sections. So hopefully I'm just in the middle and this is like just a weird, awkward middle part of the story. But yeah, I don't know. It's odd. It's odd. I just don't. I now don't understand when people were just like, "Oh my god, this is like it's made by Japanese developers and stuff like that." Like in online forums and stuff. I'm just like, "What are you talking about? You on drugs?" But I am having a good time, like going around and just like finding Mongol camps, doing the standoff.
Oh yeah, the standoff is sick.
Standoff is so cool.
And wait, do you have how many can you chain?
Like 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the family armor.
Yeah.
And then I got the upgrade that lets me do 3 people. So no, I'm at 4.
Yeah.
And then if I upgrade the armor, I can do 5.
5, yeah. That's what it is, yeah.
And I'm just like, Jesus. Also, your family armor is OP as shit.
Yeah.
Like, fuck all the other legendary armor.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound too down on it. Like, this game is really, really good.
No, it's very good.
Yeah, it's very good. Don't get me wrong. It's just there's some other stuff that is just like kind of picking at me.
I think definitely there's issues with the narrative. And I just think it was too repetitive for what it was.
Yeah, and especially the open world stuff. Like I've experienced so many glitches. So during with the old lady quests, your housekeeper, there's a section where you meet her in a graveyard. She's like praying or whatever, and she's like, "Okay, come with me. I'll take you to this special place that like you can overlook my family's grave and blah blah blah."
Yeah.
The start of that quest, just some like. It's supposed to be like a very emotional walk to your horses with this woman who cared for you as a child.
Yeah.
And there was just some random Mongol archer who saw me and set me on fire mid-walk during the fucking talk. And I'm like, What? This is definitely a video game.
Consider yourself lucky, because I mean, it's not as bad as the Grand Theft Auto ones.
True. Where you just die like in mid.
I can't believe you get run over mid cutscene, but like,
So dumb.
yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that happening. And there's certain choices I wish they would just lean into, like the weebness more, I guess, or like the tryhardiness of their story, where like, again, with the old lady is a perfect example. The first quest, you have this whole thing where it's like, all right, we gotta walk to this place. I'm gonna teach you how to make blow dart herbs and whatever, and I'm gonna talk to you about your past and when you were a kid. It's gonna be like really nice, but also in the middle and end of this quest, I need you to kill 30 people, right? And it's like, just be confident enough to have the through line. Like, this is supposed to be such an emotional storyline, and when you just throw like, hey, go slit those dudes' necks right in the middle of it, it totally takes away from this like emotional set piece. At least to me.
Yeah.
I'm just, come on.
It's a video game.
It's a video game. Come on, guys. Just learn to dial it back. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm probably gonna finish that before next week. I'm gonna set myself to it. It's a good game. It's a good video game. After that, I started Escape from Tarkov again because new white baby. So Tarkov is still in beta. I think it's beta now, not alpha. But every time they wipe, it means that they reset everybody's progress back to the beginning. And
do they do like what, once a season?
It's kind of random. It's usually when there's a major update. So when there's a bunch of new content coming, then they'll do a wipe.
Cool.
And so this patch, tons of content. So they added a new map. It's called Lighthouse. It's an extension of this other map called Shoreline.
Okay.
And I got to learn a whole fucking new map. God damn it.
But that's the fun.
It is fun. I'm just playing around. They added a new ballistic system for guns. So bullets behave differently. You got to figure out your distances again.
Okay.
They added some new guns, new items. They have a spotter binocular now. So while someone's sniping, you can use your binocular to tell your partner the distance of the enemy. Okay. And then they can adjust in their scope accordingly for bullet drop and stuff.
Okay.
And I think that the two biggest changes to this game are they added VoIP, so you can talk to people in raid.
Okay.
It's optional, so you don't have to have it on, but you can.
You know, this seems like the type of game where it should be on, like mandatory.
And it's distance-based VoIP.
Yeah.
So if you see someone in the distance and you yell into your microphone, they'll pick up like the faint, like.
Yeah, it should be like that.
It's real cool. I've had like a couple fun instances of just like me being like, please, I just need to pick up the pocket watch. Don't kill me. Like, and because like when you die, you lose everything, right?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, you were on that quest. It's true. I was on that quest too. It's hard.
I remember being down there too.
Yeah. He's like,
sucks to suck.
Yeah, he's
boom.
Like, give me a couple items. I'll let you go. Like he held me up.
Yeah.
Right. And other stuff. It's cool. It adds such a weird dynamic. It's really awesome. The other one that they added is inertia. So how the game plays is completely different. How you move is completely different. So now when you move, you don't automatically go from 0 to 100. You have to pick up speed.
Yeah.
And the heavier you are, the longer it takes for you to get to that speed.
Okay.
Also, as a part of inertia, like falling is different. You will gain velocity as you drop. So it is not a set distance anymore. So a lot of the weird, like, arcadey jumps you can do in certain maps, you can't do anymore. And then your weight also affects how quickly you pick up that velocity.
For sure.
And stuff like that. And you'll break both your legs.
No, I bet. Yeah, for sure.
And it's changed the game so much because how it used to be is that you could kind of just, like, go in and out of doorways and shit in hallways. And it was like you were playing an arcade shooter almost. But now, for you to go from out a door and then immediately change to the opposite direction takes a bit of time. So it's so much riskier, if not suicidal, to play like that. So you really have to pick your positions now. You have to like use your peaks and stuff and your crouch heights. And it's become so much more of a tactical shooter rather than, I guess less than it was last time because it was still pretty tactical.
Cool.
But it's like a new game. The way you play. Actually, the one change I forgot to mention, they changed the way grenades work. So before, when you had grenades in your inventory, you press G, the guy pulls out a grenade, chucks it, like a video game. Apparently, there was some guy in the forums, and he's like, "Hey, I was in the military. You probably shouldn't be able to throw grenades this fast. It's not how it works." And so Nikita was like, "That's true." And so now, what you got to do, you have to press G to pull the grenade out. And then, after the pulling the grenade out animation is done, then you left click to pull the pin and throw the grenade. So you can't grenade spam anymore.
Oh no.
And it's like it's fun because like if you see someone pull out a grenade, you're like, I'm gonna blast you before you even get to pull that off, and just boom, like just shoot him in the face. It's so sick. It's like a completely new game, and I can tell now, like this being my second, like I guess league, I have learned so much playing this game. Just like map knowledge alone has allowed me to kill so many newbies. Like holy shit, I'm blasted level 2s in the face. So good.
Wow.
Welcome to Tarkov, baby. That's how it is. I don't have to tell you. Lose all your shit. Yeah. I did meet one guy though. He was like, he only had a pistol, and I fucking rolled up on him with a AK, and he just looked at me, panicked, and then did the wiggle, and then VoIP. I'm like, "What's up?" And he's like, "Hey, we good?" And I was like, "We're good." And then I wiggled back, and I'm like walking the other direction, and he ran off. It's so sick. This game is so cool.
You know what this sounds like? Right?
What?
Like you guys have just reverted to just like cavemen.
Yeah.
Right?
Unga bunga, give me the green toothpaste I need for my med station.
It's like, oh, so this is what if zombie apocalypse did happen.
This is what it would be like.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just might makes right 100% of the time. It's so fun. It's real good. I should bring my PC over one day. You guys should try it. Just lose all my shit for me.
No, I'm good.
No, maybe I'll bring it.
No.
Yeah,
Where are you gonna put it?
right here.
Where are you gonna connect it?
I'm gonna unplug your PC.
No.
And then plug in to my PC.
No.
It's the same connectors.
No.
It's fine.
No.
Nah, brah.
No.
Yeah. And then the last game I played was actually a friend's recommendation. We went over his house for hanging out. I played Cruisin' Blast.
This sounds familiar.
You know Cruisin'? Like Cruisin' USA?
Yeah.
And like Cruisin' the
This
World.
is the newest one.
This is the new one for the Switch.
Yeah, this has like 4 cars.
No, it's got a bunch of cars.
Wow.
No, it's got a
So
pretty
many.
decent amount of cars.
Is it 4 tracks?
No, it's got over like 20 something.
Okay.
20, 30 something tracks. It's got a lot of cars. It's got a lot of non-cars.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to race as a UFO? You do that. But this is an arcade racer like I haven't played in years, and it's crazy fun. If you guys haven't played the Cruisin' series, it is just put your foot to the floor, don't crash into anybody, and try and do flips off of jumps. Like it's car racing.
Yeah.
And in this one, they kind of took that idea and then like cranked it to 11. So I can only reference this game by referencing older arcade racers. Do you guys remember Hydro Thunder?
Yeah.
The speedboat game?
Oh.
Yeah.
You remember the levels in that game?
No.
So the levels in that game were buck wild. It was like just a sprint, so no laps. You just go down whatever the track is. And there'd be things like, like a shark came up and then like tried to eat you while you're in the middle of a jump, and like a dam exploded and did all this wild shit. All these tracks are that. There's literally one track where you're like in the Antarctic and then you like backflip off of a cliff through an ice sheet, and then you reveal a secret society of Yetis.
Okay.
And then the Yetis are trying to punch you while you're racing your GTR through the Arctic. Like, it's crazy. It's so cool. And it's just like, it's all around like family fun. Like anybody can pick it up. It's just go, boost, and drift, and that's it. And yeah, your cars get crazier as you go on. The tracks get more wild as it goes. Up to 4 players you can play, and it's just a simple arcade racer that's super duper fun. They do some stuff with like rubber banding even in multiplayer, where like I don't think there was a single race where we weren't like half a second off from each other
Yeah.
in a finish. So they're definitely doing something there.
Sounds about right.
But it makes it that much more like hectic and fun. So it's a good game. It's actually surprisingly good. I had a great time with it.
So why would someone want to play this game over Mario Kart?
Because this game is it's a completely different feel, I guess. This game is so much faster. This game is so much more hectic than a Mario Kart.
I don't know, man. Mario Kart is hectic.
But also I would say it also doesn't leave you with that sense of anger and
But I would say or argue that's a feature.
Listen, if you're into that, if you think the anger that Mario Kart causes is a feature, I
am ready to put my friendships on the stand for Mario Kart.
Okay, but what if everybody could have fun?
Fuck that.
That's
not what Mario stands for.
This is the acronym. Yeah, I don't know. It's a different game. It's not a kart racer. There's no laps. There's no power ups. You get 3 boosts at the beginning of the match, and if you don't, that's all you get.
Yeah.
So if you use them at the beginning, it's over. If you use them at the end, if you don't use them all at the end, they're gone.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a very simple like pick up. Let's do like 4 races. It'll take like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Pick up and play type of game.
Cool.
Whereas, yeah, Mario Kart is like, okay, we're gonna go to Wario Stadium because that's the only good Mario Kart track, and we're just gonna red shell you to death.
All right.
You know, just go from there.
Sounds cool.
I will say though that Mario Kart, this thing, you know, I'm not even. I'll just show it to you later. All right.
All right.
The title theme for Cruise and Blast is the only downside to this game.
It sounds awful already.
It's so annoying. Oh my god. It's just some lady being like, "We're cruising," and that's the whole song. Like it just repeats that over and over
Sounds
again.
like a classic.
And I'm like,
instant classic.
This sounds like an arcade machine I would walk past in Palladium.
Yeah.
Like straight up. And it'd be like, put in your card so you can get credit. Like it's that kind of game.
So like I've seen reviews for this game because, you know, I watch reviews of every racing game.
Of course.
And it looks neat, but I think from what I've seen of the games in this genre I would pick, I'd probably still get Hot Wheels.
True. Hot Wheels does look cool. I want to try that.
Yeah, Hot Wheels looks wicked. That new Hot Wheels game. Woo! And the track creator on Hot Wheels, now that it's been out a while, like the things that people have created are wild.
Oh, that's track creator.
There's a track creator.
Man, you know, as a kid, like
I know.
I always wanted just like Hot Wheels tracks.
And then you wanted to build it around the house.
Yeah, and then your parents were like, "Fuck no, I'm not letting you build tracks around the house. What are you, crazy?"
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, "No, but I want to like go off my bookshelf,
Like
jump over my bed.
Like you want to start at the top floor. Let's
Yeah,
outside a window,
go down the stairs.
Yeah,
It's so sick, bro.
Do some loops.
Yeah,
I think Hot Wheels were like our generation of slot cars.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. In the '80s, yeah.
So, because I know like everybody who's a little bit older than me is like, oh man, I wish I had slot cars that went around the house. I'm like,
So Yakuza 0 was set in the '80s.
Yeah.
And the main minigame
is slot cars.
slot cars.
Yeah. So I mean that's cool. All right.
It's and I think that's been a lot of the new stuff in my week. A lot of it has been holiday stuff. I finished a really good book called Righteous Minds.
Righteous Minds.
Why people are why people are divided by politics and religion.
I don't know.
You should read the book.
Oh, okay.
It's really good. It's get it from your local library.
Oh, God.
That's what I did.
No.
Fucking nerd. But yeah, it's done by an author, Jonathan Haidt. It's like a psychological dive into why people are tribal, why people are predispositioned to being either on either end of like a political spectrum based on how they're raised, and what that means for society in general and how we interact with people. It's a really good book. It is not a light read. It's pretty heavy, and also like it's got a lot of psychological terms I definitely had to look up because I am not a psychologist. But I recommend it. It's just
cool.
It's just a long one. I think it's like 300 pages.
Cooly
or something,
rooly.
So, but yeah, that's been about it.
Nino.
Unless you want to talk about Civ.
No.
All right. I'm done.
Okay, so last week I was a bit busy with my schedule, but one of the main things was that I went to TFCon 2021
Oh yeah,
in Toronto,
you did. You did.
Mississauga, something. And it was I guess the first one back since the pandemic. It's usually the Transformers convention that happens in July,
Mm-hmm.
but it happened in December,
Because
and
there's like, was it either this or nothing? This
yeah.
year?
And it was definitely smaller than usual, like significantly less people. And in terms of like the types of dealers and vendors who came, almost none. Like none of the big guys came. Like one of the big
There
guys
was a
came.
couple. I saw some like store signs around.
Oh
but-
yeah, for sure. But they're all like little people. Like the major store sponsor who came was ages 3 and up.
Mhm.
But they're usually like one of 3.
Oh, okay.
Like there's usually like actually TF Source was there.
Yeah. And they still had some like people come in for autographs and stuff.
They did,
signings.
and they had like 1 or 2 prototype toys. But usually the event is like super packed, lots
Oh,
of
yeah,
people,
yeah, there's
and
tons.
like there's prototypes of things everywhere. But I guess with the way that the Canadian border is, like it's totally expected.
Yeah. And the fact that the dealer's room was only the room and none of the outside hallways were being
Yeah.
used like usual, I was just like, what the?
Yeah, so that was a little weird. And I guess this is the second con I went to this year, with the first one being Fan Expo, where it was smaller. And I've come to the conclusion that I do not like these small, intimate shows.
Really?
I do not.
It wasn't easier for you to get all your stuff?
That's not why I go to the show.
Uh-oh.
Like, I go for the spectacle and,
Alright.
like, I want it to be huge and bustling. And I understand these things can't happen, but yeah, I do not like small conventions or gatherings
Mhm.
like that. But it was an okay show. Like, I went with Rex, and we were a dealer, and we shared a table, and
Making bank? Huh?
made some coin. Not as much as well, you know what? I made as much as I thought I would, but
You had some stuff on there where I was looking at. I'm like, nobody's gonna buy that.
no, absolutely not.
Like, but it was. I saw it as like it was definitely priced at like I don't want to sell it, but if you give me this price, I'll
I had a
sell it.
Power Ranger set there for $850.
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now.
Yeah, it's in my case now.
Yeah. But you were like, if someone offered me $850,
For sure, they can
I'd
take
sell
it.
it.
I'll take it.
100%.
But I didn't want them to, so
So
it's
why even pack it at that point?
because I hadn't opened it yet,
All right.
and I knew that on the aftermarket you can't get them anymore.
Okay.
At least not for a good price. And I was like, if someone wants to like pay a stupid amount of money,
Mhm.
fair enough, you can have it. So, but yeah, so like, it was cool. It was all right. But yeah, I don't think I'll be doing small cons anytime soon, and I don't know if I'm gonna be selling anymore.
Really?
I just think that
Just amassing.
it's no, but I got to get rid of my stuff. But I think I'm gonna just do it online now.
Facebook Marketplace.
Probably eBay. I'm gonna just go all the way.
All right.
Just do it that way and get rid of everything. So yeah, that was all right. I've still been playing Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm like halfway through. That game continues to be awesome. I see why it won Story of the Year.
Okay.
Like it's not groundbreaking,
Mm-hmm.
but I think in terms of delivering you,
In a world.
no, like it's more than just like you look at this and you're like, oh, this is just another licensed video game.
Mm-hmm.
It must have some sort of story, but it kind of like goes beyond that, and you're like, oh, this actually could be pretty cool. Like it's pretty cool on its own. And,
All
like,
right.
there's a lot of world building, and they have
That's
a lot
like one of the things I was worried about, that they'd
Yeah.
be too hung up on like the movie.
no, like when you walk in, you're like, oh, this is like the movie, but then you're like, oh, it's more than the movie.
Cool.
And the story probably is the greatest thing about this game. It's probably like it's super fun. Character arcs happen, and a lot of world building. And I would love to be able to just sit down and play through it all, but I just had a lot of other things to do. I did, however, start and finish the second of the Disney Marvel TV shows, which is Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh yes, yes.
So I think this is the one that I heard had most, not negativity, but the one that was the least amount of hype around.
Yes.
And I can see why. It's most definitely like it falls in the vein of the Captain America movies, and that like this is like your standard action drama series.
Mhm.
And from that point of view, like on paper, it shouldn't really blow you away, but it actually has some of the most interesting stuff about it. Like a big underlying theme is why Captain America can't be black.
Okay.
And like they just deal with the whole racism and how like people won't accept that, and how there is a black Captain America, but the American government put him in hiding because there's no way they could have had a black man represent Stars and Stripes.
Obviously.
And like it gets really interesting. Now it is Disney, so they don't
Yeah.
go all the way,
Yeah.
and they don't make it controversial, but they give you enough to be like, you think about it,
Yeah.
right? Like,
So the complaints I've heard about this show is that because it's the Disney Plus, they don't go controversial, or they
Yeah.
don't go
yeah,
kind of where they should.
Mhm.
That whole message comes off as more annoying than anything,
I don't know if I would say it's annoying. It's not
Okay.
that. It doesn't get annoying.
or like pandering maybe.
I think it's because like if you wanted more, then yeah, maybe. But I think to the general audience that this is going for, I think it does give you enough to at least have that thought, have you think about it as a person, like this is something we should think about. Even the villain, you start to wonder, like, is the villain actually evil, or are they starting to make sense in the whole grand scheme of things? Because they're trying to fight for the small person, like they're trying to fight for like just independence,
Mhm.
right? It's like, because the movie takes place directly after the Avengers stuff, and they're trying to deal with the whole half the world's population reappeared and we don't know where to put them.
Yep.
Right. And so the villain or the terrorist group is kind of like, are they really terrorists, or are they trying to help out?
Mhm.
And it gets to a point where it's like, maybe they are starting to make sense, maybe they aren't bad, but then the writing just kind of goes, oh, let's just make them psychotic so that they are bad.
Yeah, but
And
then
then
they're
we'll end
drinking each other's blood, and then
Yeah.
All right.
But no, it's cool. It definitely teaches you why, or it shows you how Falcon becomes Captain America and how the Winter Soldier becomes Bucky.
Okay.
I do wonder how they are going to condense this, how they're going to, I don't know, connect this to the next potential movie.
Mhm.
Like, because obviously in the next movie, Falcon is Captain America, but I don't know how they condense that story, or like, is this now just expected viewing that you have to have?
Yeah.
So, kind of interesting. And then I watched the first 2 episodes of Loki.
Ooh.
And
How's
Loki
Owen Wilson?
is... Owen Wilson's great.
Alright.
Loki is weird.
Nice.
Like, Loki... So, I didn't know that this show is based off of the Loki that appears in the second Avengers movie.
Nice.
Not... And I mean, like, second Avengers Endgame. Like, that
Yeah.
Loki. But if you remember in Infinity War, he dies in the first scene.
Mhm.
So the one I'm talking about is when they time warp back to the past, and Loki has the Tesseract and he disappears.
Yeah.
It's that Loki. It's where does he go?
Cool.
And this has zero bearing on any of the MCU.
Hell yeah, that's what I want to hear.
It has zero bearing, but because of that, it can go and do whatever the fuck it wants. And they basically introduce like the Time Lords,
Cool.
and they have all the power in the world. And they're like, "Oh, you want Infinity Stones? Here's like a whole bunch."
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
They're
Like,
fucking useless here. We control time, like we control the timeline. And
oh, so it's like, was it the one above all? Is that the guy in Marvel? I forget.
kind of, but it is just Loki, and he gets to see into the future, because the Loki we deal with is Avengers 1 Loki.
Mm-hmm.
And so at this point, he doesn't know that like his mom dies.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that he
He
teams
died.
up with his brother, and then he gets killed by Thanos. And he goes through this whole thing, and he realizes that he is not the hero of his story. He's the villain.
Big oof.
And so they go through and they try and, let's just say, the time police have captured him to get him to help capture the other villain ruining time.
Cool. And then they'll like reward him with a better timeline.
I don't know.
All right.
I have no idea. I don't know what's in it for him yet at this point, but it's super cool.
Nice.
The aesthetic is it's like 60s era, what the 60s thought the future would look like.
Oh, cool.
So it's like that.
I've seen a couple clips where it's just like it looks like a '60s office.
Yeah.
A lot of browns.
Yeah,
of
it's a
beiges.
lot of that. But they look out the window and it's like flying cars and shit, and you're
Oh.
like, is this the Jetsons?
All right,
But
all right.
yeah, so it's definitely got the most interesting outset and I guess general selling point.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's cool. I'll try to finish it for next week. And then the last thing was
Wait, before you move on, Did you watch WandaVision?
Yep.
Would you say this is like more or less off kilter than WandaVision? Because those are the only two shows, and like what I guess actually this one probably for next week is like what two, which one of the two would you recommend first?
I think it depends. I think Loki's the one you could watch on its own.
Okay.
Because it literally has nothing to do with anything.
Mm-hmm.
WandaVision is weird, but WandaVision eventually comes back to reality.
Okay.
Like it eventually, like the weirdness about WandaVision is you watch it and you don't know what the hell's going on. Like where are we?
You need to.
But it slowly brings itself back around into the familiarity of the MCU, and eventually it's like, oh, that's where her character's going.
All right.
So, yeah. But I think from the first two episodes of WandaVision, I would say I prefer Loki. Then again, Loki's only 6 episodes, and WandaVision's like 9, and WandaVision doesn't really get going until episode 4. So, I don't know. It's up to you. Yeah. The last thing I did was Iracing. Their 2022 season started this week. And they introduced a bunch of new content. And I got promoted at the last season, so I was D class. I'm now C class. I'm on my way to A.
All right.
Okay. So I can enter more different races. But the thing that they introduced in this season is they have a new racing category called touring cars, and your choice of cars are a Hyundai Elantra, I think like an Audi 3 Series, and a Honda Civic Type R. But they're not stock cars; they're touring cars, so they've been modded to hell. So they have like they're stripped out,
wide
zero weight.
kits.
Yeah, basically aero kits. They have zero body roll, increased power.
Touring cars always look cool.
Like to a spec, so they feel like proper race cars, but they're just not as fast as like bigger race cars.
That's what I'm gonna do when I get a Civic
And
car.
I always thought that this season I would jump from Ferrari GT3 to the Porsche 911 Cup. But they introduced this, and I tried it out, and I was like, "Oh, this is just too much fun."
What is this?
Because it is just touring cars, and it's just they're 100% racing, but they're all wheel to wheel, and because they're at such slower speed, it's just easier to learn.
Oh, okay.
Right, but you don't. It's not like the Miata where it's like you have a
purse.
Not a purse.
Because you'll drive a Miata.
Like a standard everyday car that's really not meant to be raced. So it's kind of Miata's good to learn in, but it's not fun to race in. But these cars are super fun to race in.
Okay.
It feels like you're going super fast, but you really aren't. Right?
Okay.
Like braking is very easy. Racing side to side. It's great for learning racecraft. And I wish this was available when I started iRacing, because it is. I feel like it is the proper step between beginner to GT3 or whatever you want to race.
It sounds like you're getting a pretty good like beginner experience while still being able to feel like you're in a race car.
Absolutely.
Right. So you're not just driving like a stock Fiat 500.
Yeah. And so it's so much fun, and because it is the new thing, it's the servers and the schedule's full for this. So like there's tons of races happening. So that's been really fun. But the big update they added was iRacing had been working with the Mercedes Formula 1 team throughout the year. And they released this season's Mercedes F1 car in iRacing.
Oh.
And when I mean they released this year's car, it is the one that we've seen, and they used the actual models that Mercedes made.
Like the CAD models?
They used everything.
That's sick.
And they made sure that they sent their test driver, like their Mercedes sim drivers, to iRacing to make sure that it felt identical.
That's so sick.
And they've put it in iRacing, and it is the closest that you and I will ever get to drive a Formula 1 car.
Speak for yourself. Okay.
And they have put in so much stuff to this car that my wheel does not have enough buttons.
You need another new wheel?
Like no.
Okay.
But like my wheel doesn't have enough buttons to do all the stuff on the Mercedes car.
Okay.
Right? Like they have this shit called brake magic.
What the fuck is that?
It basically sends all your brake force to the front.
It's a brake assist?
No, you only use it in like a safety car scenario when your car's going slow.
Oh.
What it does is it causes your front brakes to heat up super fast, and that heat gets transferred to your tires, so that your
Get more
tires stay
grip.
warm.
Okay.
Thing is, there's no safety car in iRacing. I don't know why they put it in there, but it's there. Like, you can use it.
Okay.
Right? All the different hybrid ERS modes for attack, qualifying, build, it's all there. You can change your brake bias. I didn't know they had this thing called brake mitigation or brake balance mitigation,
Okay.
where say you have a car, 4 wheels, and let's just say your braking is split 50-50, right? So when you push the brake pedal, all the brakes apply an equal amount of pressure from front and rear, right?
Okay.
Most cars have it set a bit more forward, whatever. Brake mitigation means that depending on where you are on the brake pedal, that balance will change automatically.
Huh.
So when you first hit the brakes, let's say it's 50-50, but if you push that pedal in 25%, it can move forward so that it's more to be like 60-40. And it keeps going. But it's
specific.
And there's like a billion settings like this on this car.
And it's only on this car.
And it's only on this car. And now it makes more sense when you're watching F1 and you see all the drivers like constantly switching shit and numbers are popping up.
Yeah.
And like, I knew this, but I didn't know how specific.
How many buttons.
Yeah. And now I'm like, that's why those wheels have like just infinite amounts of things you can do.
Damn.
And it's super cool, but it really is. It just goes to show that like, wow, F1 drivers, yeah, they got a lot of shit they have to do.
They think about a lot of stuff while driving at 300 miles an hour.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh man, it really is like a video game for them.
So that means it's like a video game for us?
Absolutely. But anyways, the Mercedes is so cool. Like, unsurprisingly, I've never driven a car as cool as this. Like, it is unreal how fun it is to drive. Unfortunately, it's the only current F1 car in the game, so every time you put it into a race, it's a spec series.
Oh, okay.
Which is fine, but it's just...
How many people are crashing turn 1?
Everyone.
Damn.
Everyone's crashing.
Nice.
Because the day they put it out, at the end of the 12-week season, there's the 13th week, and the 13th week is a preview to the next season, which they give access to everybody, to everything, but they put them all in rookie class so that everyone can try it.
Yeah.
And so there was a lot of rookie class Mercedes races, and it was not fun. It was everyone killing each other.
Okay.
Again, it was like sending you to the shadow realm. It was just like that. The other thing they did with the Mercedes is it's the only car in the game where you can't give it any other paint scheme than the one that Mercedes runs.
That makes sense.
And yeah, I guess it's a sponsorship thing, or like it's like, yeah, that's the deal.
Yeah.
But it is kind of shitty.
You can't put like 42069 on the side of
No,
your F1
like
car.
I honestly, all I want to do is be able to switch it from black to silver because I want to get the original colors. But no, you can't.
No.
But yeah, so that's pretty cool. iRacing. I can't wait to do more iRacing over the holiday break. And then I did some research on audio equipment because I wanted to get better audio stuff.
For what reason?
For either just for working at home, for
your YouTube channel?
Maybe could be. I thought I would use it for this, but then I realized if I used it for this podcast that I'm speaking of, you would have to get a mic.
Yes.
That would be the only issue.
Yeah.
Right? Because
hopefully, eventually, I'll get a mic.
Yes.
But we'll see.
But because right now we're using a Blue Data condenser mic, but I bought a Shure something dynamic mic, and I had to get a USB interface. So it's XLR and whatever. And it sounds great. Only problem is my interface has a very low preamp because I bought an M Audio Duo, and I don't like it. And the number one reason I don't like is actually I'll show you what I don't like about it.
Tell me what you don't like about it.
Okay, so there's knobs, right?
Yep.
Each knob has gain, right? And the gain goes from 0
to 11
to 10.
All right.
All right. What?
I'm gonna hold it.
Oh, you just want to touch it?
Yeah, I want to touch it.
Okay. It's super cheap. It feels super cheap.
It does feel pretty light, yeah.
Yeah, it feels super cheap.
USB, what is that?
Yeah, I know.
2.0?
Yeah.
Printer cables?
Yeah, it's super cheap. So the gain, yeah. It goes 1 to 10, whatever.
Yeah.
And what do you think that does?
Turn up your gain.
Right. And you would expect that 1 is greater than 2, which is greater than 3, which is greater than 4, all the way to 10.
Of course.
And you're right. But what it really is, it's incorrectly labeled. Because 1 to 9.5 are all equal, or it's a constant increase.
Okay.
But 9.5 to 10 might as well be 10 to 90.
Okay.
And it is, and I was like, is this broken? And I looked it up, and it's like, no, that's just how they did
Just
it.
how it works.
Yeah. And so you have to go millimeter by millimeter.
That's terrible.
Thankfully, I didn't, like I said, the preamp on this is too low for my liking, so I'm going to return it, and I'm going to get the Focusrite Scarlet 2i2.
Okay. You get the Pokimane.
Yeah, and that's it. That one actually looks way more premium. It's red.
It's
all
red.
metal.
I was gonna say, why don't you get the red one?
Yeah, it's more well because this is $100 cheaper,
It's not red.
but it's $100 cheaper.
What do you? Since when do you care about money? You care about red.
That's true.
All right.
If it's red, I gotta.
If it's red, you gotta have it.
So that'll be in next week.
That's why you only drink Mountain Dew code red.
No, no. Do not put me in with those plebs. But yeah, so I'll hopefully test that out, and yeah, that's been more or less my week.
Nice.
Yeah. I think that's it for us then.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, next week
It's a regular show.
A regular show.
And then the week after is the year-end awards.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Get your lists ready, kid.
Okay, thank you for
To
that.
lose.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.